in my past, like there's been a lot of times where after I started fasting, I noticed in my history how the universe wanted me to fast. There's a lot of different times um, that I had many situations when I should have just been fat. I should have been like, you know what, I'm gonna skip eating, but I was 100% stressing about getting food because I thought that's what I needed to have in order to live, just to function through the day. And how much stress, how much fighting, how much it's really the stress and the worry. And like once you realize that stress and worrying is hard on your heart and on your brain and on your gut, you realize like, damn. But all I've been doing is living in a stressful environment. Then you started de-stressing. You realize how that is the way to live, rather than being all stressed out and cooped up. You know what I mean? Being, what's next? What's next? I gotta get this done. Gotta go here, pick this up, go do this, run over here, take this over here. Da, 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 da. You know what I mean? Or you know what I mean? God or the universe, or the Creator wanted us to be more of a relaxing. You know what I mean? Like more focused on being a humbled and still person. Meaning under like not always trying to move and go and always worried about something, stressing about this and that. Like you're gonna kill yourself slowly, like stressing on the heart. And some people like living in that mindset and thinking that's all right. But once you realize like that's not the way to live, like it's crazy how you see some people that stress a whole lot. And then when they pass away, like at a young age in 30s or 40s, and they look at their heart and they're like, man, this heart looks like it was 80 years old. Stress, worrying. You can't reverse that. You can't reverse stress marks off the heart, off the brain, off the gut. You know what I mean? It's so crazy because they can't even pinpoint this stuff yet, but they know it's real because after you die and again the autopsy, they're like, oh yeah, these are stress marks. We live in a stressful environment, 100%. Like the scientists and doctors will tell you, like, yo, you got to get out and relax and not take things so serious. Then you got the other community telling you, oh, be as serious as you can, stress out and worry about every single moment of the day while you in my office, while you in my facility, while you out here in the fields. You better stress the whole time, and that's the only way you can get shit done. If you 100% stress, and it's like, is that really a smart thing to do? Well, that gets the money. That's all we are. You throwing money? Is that gonna you throwing money at your problem? Is that gonna fix it? Somewhat. They made it like that, but they haven't made it 100% yet. It gets to that point where you got to understand that like we're stressing ourselves out to make a stressful environment to stress more, and then to go eat stressful. We're living like high levels of stress like crazy. People don't even understand. They just walking around here tensed up, stressed up. It was crazy, man. I watched the video. This was right before like I had a family member had a stroke too. This dude had a heart attack and a stroke at the same time. Or he had, I don't know, like it was on Facebook. It was a video of he was at first it was just a video of a guy driving out of control. And then he wasn't really driving out of control. He was trying to do something weird and they was recording him, and then he finally wrecked, right? He wrecked in the ditch on the side of the road off the highway. And the car was in there like this. And as they're walking up to the car, you hear the engine just maxing out. Just you hear him engine maxing out, and there's times where it would keep going even though it's maxed out, and it'd be like, and so it got to the point like, what the fuck is this guy still doing? So they open up the door, and he's knuckle gripped on the steering wheel, and he's like grunting his teeth, and he's like this. And then another guy comes up, he's having a seizure. He like puts his hands right here and tried to literally peel his fingers off the steering wheel. He had a seizure and something else at the same time, to where he was just all the stress and the tense took over his body, and it locked down. Like his feet was pushed on the gas, his his hands were locked in on the steering wheel like this, and he was grunting on his teeth really hard, like crazy. And it was like it was a whole post about stress and how people shouldn't be living in a stressful environment. We should be making our environment more or less stressful. But you know what? Money talks, and the only way to make money is to be stressful, stressed out, worried. You need to be on your toes, worry, hurry up, go, 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 fast, fast, fast. And I work in a factory where we don't wear hard hats because if shit falls, it's gonna kill you no matter what. So the best thing to do is not to work too fast, is to do the right thing and check all your keys. Is to take a breath to yourself, stop and stretch. And it's funny because our job has this on paper and they tell you up front when you get the job. But time you inside of the place, it's a whole nother ballpark. Hurry, go, 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 go fast. Don't worry about that. That's okay. This. But time you trip up and something happen, you're the first person to get. Or why didn't you check your keys? Or why are you ignoring things and just keep going? Well, my boss, he wanted me to hurry up. Uh, that's a key I learned. Managers can't say hurry up or speed it up or keep up the pace. Literally, if you tell them, if a manager tells you that in a work environment like I work in, they can get fired right off the spot. You cannot rush people. Nope, that's how people die. That's how people die, man. You're rushing people, wanting them to hurry up. Nope. So that managers watch their mouth, but they will put you in a mindset that you got to worry and stress about your work that you're doing. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. Because I don't know, they just want the profit. You know what I mean? Managers got bonuses that they want to keep with. Corporates trying to keep everything in line so the bonuses won't get taken away. And we on the floor, we barely even get a bonus. You know what I mean? And it's like our bonus is the least percentage, but we got to do the most work so everybody can get a bonus. That's how our environment is. The people that are stressing the people to get work done aren't even stressed out. They're living the high life because they don't understand that's how management works. But there's a dark side to management too. Like if you don't keep your mental stable, suicide rates is higher on that end. Job stability is higher, it's lower on that end. Like no management don't keep their job in industry. No, they don't keep. Like I've been working on the job for 5 years and I have 4 supervisors and 6 managers. They just keep coming and going, coming and going. But the people I work around, they don't really move like that. They don't really move like that. So it gets to the point where like you can stop and de-stress yourself. And when I'm in a fasting state, I can do it real easily. When I feel like I'm getting real stressed, real too tense, like about 6 deep breaths. I go for a stretch, go to the bathroom. I go outside. My job, we have big doors, so I can go outside and get some fresh air. But I work in like an industry park, so everything around me is kind of bad air anyway. So I keep on a mask. And I try to get some good breathing done at all times. But you got to learn how to de-stress yourself. They're not going to teach it in school. They're not going to teach it at home. Like most homes, it's rarely that I see people teaching breathing and meditation techniques. It's just all stress, 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 stress. Go, 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 go. Worry, 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 worry. What you got done today? You got something done? I got a whole lot to done. Like, all right, man. Like, I've seen a whole lot of people that do that. Don't even make it to 60. You know what I mean? And that's one of the biggest generational generational curses that I want to stop in my family, where the men die before 55 and the women were living to be 90 and wishing they would have spent some more time with their husband. I've seen a lot of family members got married, older generation. This is the older generation, not the current generation. But I was modeling myself off the old generation because they was married for a long time and it was only about 20 to 30 years. And I noticed, your husband died when he was 55 and you was only like 50, 55. They was in that same area, but they lived longer without their husbands. And I asked all of them, if you would have took more off your husband's plate to have him live another 10 years, would you do that? Oh yeah, 100%. They all said yes. Yes, yes, yes. I would love to have my man around a little bit longer, a whole lot longer. I wish they start rambling on how they wish their whole time was together instead of just that measly 25 years or 20 years. And I'm like, yeah, man, because our environment, how they stress out men. You'll be walking around here waiting to tip over. It can't even revive you. I had an uncle pass away right in front of a doctor. His stress level on his heart was crazy. He had 5 kids and living in Boston. Stress level high. High. Half of his kids had already left the house, and that's what he was worried about. Whether did he set them up to succeed the right way or not? And it comes down to that. It's crazy how you can be getting checkups and going to the doctor and then end up flop just because you think they telling you that you're all right, but you're a ticking time bomb. You know what I mean? So de-stress, get some sunlight, get some of that outside, not inside. Get some sunlight, get some clean water, and ground yourself. And don't overeat. Eat as less, not as less. Eat nutrient density. That means foods with a lot of minerals and vitamins in it, a lot of amino acids, any acid chain blocks to create good protein. I don't like recycled protein. I'd rather go off creating my own protein by mixing. If you mix your green vegetables with with some fruit, you got enough protein. I don't believe in living that 30 plus grams of protein life. I'm under 10 on a regular basis. And I'm out working the people that's over 30 grams of protein on a daily basis, or 20 grams. Like under 10 is the best way to go. So I don't know, I ain't gonna try to be on here too long. Just want to talk about stress and how, like, in a fasting state, your stress won't be as high, but it's a war on stress. I ain't trying to be walking around here staying stressed or teaching my kids that it's the way to live and be stressful, and preaching to other people like, yo, man, you're overstressed. I can tell in your eyes. I can tell about your skin. Oh, that used to be one thing when I was used to be stressed out. I used to get dry marks right here. Right here. And you know who I can tell gets it the worst? NBA players. I can see it in their faces too. Yeah, they get these little patches right here. I don't know why, but it's like dry. I remember it dried up so bad, and I was keeping like some sap in my pocket just to put it on there, just to let it. This was in college. I was like, I don't know what's going on with me, but your body will tell signs if you're overstressed easily. But fasting, when you're in a fasting state, like you're in ketosis or you're in autophagy, it really hurts you to try to overstress, because your body, your heart rate is at a lower rate at that moment. And when you start overstressing, it'll spike and it'll throw you for a little dizzy. And like, what's going on with me? And it's like, oh man, like I was overstressing. I start noticing when I'm overworking myself, overstressing, I hit those a whole lot. You know what I mean? It just grounds me. It sits me back, like, sit down and calm down. Everything's all right. Everything's good. Everything, we're gonna push it on to the next, because we good. We here. We surviving. God loves us. The universe keeps laying out this path for us to be here. Everybody that's alive, you know what I mean? Even people that don't believe in a creator or God or the Holy Spirit, it's out there, and it's laying a path for you to survive every day. You can easily bombs, poisonous gas from lakes, diseases and famine, like wiped out human races a lot. So be happy for what you got, and everything's all good. But we can't live in this like, oh, I need to eat all the time, or I need to hurry, and go. Chill out. We're supposed to be here to enjoy this place, not overwork. All right, so that's all love, peace. Make sure you subscribe and like and share this to somebody that needs the help. You know what I mean? But I'll catch you later. Peace.